Hi, this is Madhurita, and with me is Bollywood's finest actress and Bollywood's hot new chamak chalo, Kareena Kapoor. Welcome, Kareena.
Hi.
So you had one very big hit with the Khan and many more to follow. How do you feel?
Well, I just feel that I'm lucky, or I don't know what it is, but it's great to know that my own films are competing with my own. So I hope that ra.one also goes on to become a super duper hit.
So you're really competing with yourself, huh?
I think my films are, and yeah, but I don't know. I mean, all these things slightly unnerve me also, and like they put too much pressure, so I get really stressed out.
ra.one is also your most expensive film to date, so there's a lot riding on it.
Well, I think it's just one man's dream kind of thing. A lot of people say that, this is my dream and this is what I want to do, and how many people actually live it and do it. And I think Shahrukh is one of them who's, I think he's just taken it to another level, whether in terms of just the fact of having to have lived this whole thing and actually been there for these 200 days and make it happen,
Right.
and bring it to the audiences. I think that bravery and courage is something that, I just want to salute Shahrukh for.
Wow. With your last 4 hits, Kareena, you're the only one to be in the $1 billion club.
I think it's also...
Is it like luck, and what do you attribute that to?
I think that it's also because they were somewhere good films. I think 3 Idiots was just unbelievable. It'll still always be my most cherished film. And of course, Rajkumar Hirani, he's just spectacular. So I think it started with that and then went on with Golmaal 3 and Bodyguard, and now of course ra.one, and the pressure is kind of building up, and the whole marketing, and every day there's like something about ra.one in the papers, and I'm like, I told Shahrukh yesterday, I said, Shahrukh, in your sleep also I think you're doing this. I'm like, are you sleeping and doing this on the sly? What's going on? I'm like, don't now, don't, with he's so stressed out, and but I think we're going to have fun in Dubai and London, and I've told him that now we have to just ease out, and just like you have to breathe. And Gauri's looking so stressed, so I'm like, listen, let's just have fun now in London, because I have a feeling the film is just going to break all records.
Wow. In fact, you told us earlier that when you're working with the Khans, you could just sit pretty and sing and everything's taken care of.
Exactly. I mean, I think that's what I told Shahrukh. I said that, listen, in this movie, I don't want to do any stunts. I know you're making a superhero film, but don't hang me from some 30-floor building. Don't make me jump on cars and do all that, because it's not my scene. I don't like to, I'm not comfortable doing action. I like the whole song and dance feel, and to look good.
You do that brilliantly.
So he was just like, don't worry, I'm going to give you the biggest hit song, and you're going to look extremely glamorous.
You're happy with the way it's shaped up.
Yeah, and I think he was true with his words, because when I heard Chamak Chalo, I was just like so excited. I said, listen, we have to kill the song. And I think we worked really hard for it, because we were like, on time, on set, we were concentrating in terms of food and exercise, and we worked out the look and the choreography we rehearsed. So the whole idea was that we should kill this song, otherwise there's no point.
Right.
We both had that spirit.
Okay, Shahrukh's also like the king of marketing, and he's pulled all his stops for this one. We haven't seen you do too many gimmicks as far as marketing is concerned.
Yeah, I think that with Shahrukh, I think he was just quite clear. He was just like, in the last 5 days, we'll just, kill the fact of Chamak Chalo. And before that, I'll just do like the city tour and, everything. But while I'm at this, he was just like, we'll run the promos. So he had a whole strategy in place. And I think it's worked out like absolutely brilliantly. It's become, I think, India's most marketed film.
Wow, yeah.
I read that today somewhere.
Right. In fact, in press conferences, whenever you were missing, people asked Shahrukh, like, where is Kareena? He's like, main hoon na.
Main hoon na. And also, I couldn't be there with Shahrukh at all times, because I was busy with Karan's film.
Right.
And Saif's father passed away, so all our schedules went haywire. So everybody's dates got, absolutely went for a toss for like 10 days. So because of that, obviously I called up Shahrukh and I said I won't be able to come, and he was very kind. He was like, listen, don't worry, and you do what you can here, because at such a time it was really not the right time for me to go out.
But how are you coping with it? Because there was Saif, you had to be there for him, and shooting for Dhua and for this. I mean,
But of course, it was a difficult time, and I just felt that it would just not be right for me to be spotted dancing.
Right, absolutely.
On Chamak Chalo promoting my film.
Yeah.
And now that it's been a month, Saif was like, no, it's fine. In the last 5 days, you go out and you must support your film, and it is your film. So I was like, yeah, okay. But I think the best thing that both of us did was that we both just went back to work. And Saif is extremely brave about everything.
A lot was said because you were not part of the Toronto premiere, and they said that you're probably working with Amir and you're giving a preference to that film over this.
But actually, I'm not going to Toronto because my manager saw the statues unveiling on the same day. Wow. So I also called up Shahrukh and told him that, and he was just like, it's perfect that it's happening because it's ra.one is just released and it's Diwali and your statue at the same time. He said that it's just perfect, and he was like, I'm just going to Toronto for 4 hours. I'm just going to attend the premiere and come back. I just need you in Dubai and London.
Right. Wow. But you're one person who's not just a favorite of all the Khans. You really work with them, and your films have worked. But that also makes it kind of tricky, right? Because whenever you're working with one, the focus is on that particular Khan, and the media says, okay, fine, she's in this Khan camp or that Khan camp. So what do you say to all of that?
I think I've always said that I'm in my own camp. I'm in nobody's camp. I'm friendly with everyone, but I'm here to work with everyone and whoever wants to work with me. So I have a professional equation, and I give my 100% to every film that I do, and with extreme amount of passion. So I'm not here to get into anybody's personal space and personal problems and start discussing all that. I've never done that, and I never will. And I think that's the best way to survive in this industry.
And Shahrukh, can you go back a long way because they all work with charisma, and that connect is always there.
In fact, all of them have. Salman, Amir, Shahrukh, all of them. But of course, Shahrukh is a dear friend of both Saif and me, and Gauri and me are very, very friendly, and she's like a sister to me. So of course, it's like working with them is also special because they are like family in some way. And I hope this film, of course, because she's my producer, and today's the first time I actually see her as an active producer around her house when I'm giving interviews, and she was treating me like an actress. Normally she's always treated me like, Bebo the child. So it's wonderful to be a part of their home always.
Does Shahrukh also pamper you while working with you?
Extremely. But Shahrukh pampers all his heroines, I think. But with me, I think he pampers me, he fires me, he argues with me. I think also because I think I started my career with him. Ashoka was my 3rd film, and he signed me actually before Energy released.
Right.
And I've seen him on the sets of Dil To Pagal Hai, and when he was doing Deewana, Karishma and him were doing a show together. So it's like we've known each other forever. So I think he's one actor who can actually just tell me what he wants.
You're lucky for all the Khans? Or do they say that,
No, I think they're lucky for me. Yeah, I don't want to say that I think I'm just lucky that Amir and Shahrukh and Salman and Saif have wanted to all cast me in their films, in 1 year. And it'll always be a first that it's ever happened like that. And of course, they'll continue working with other girls. But the fact is that this is the first time that it ever happened.
There's so many new girls are launched every day. Do you ever feel the heat?
Not really. I think I think God has been too kind, and my films have supported me, and my films have spoken more than anything else. And ultimately, we're all here for that kind of success. And box office success is, of course, what counts.
Absolutely. In fact, a lot of actresses might be going around winning a lot of titles, whether it's glamorous, best dress, whatever. But one thing that you always win hands down when it comes to acting.
But I've always said this, in my first interview of my career, I had said that I would love to be known as an actress first and then a star. And that's why I chose to do a film like Refugee, because acting is in my blood, and it's something that I just can't do without. And like I played a college student in my earlier film, and now I play a mother. Not many actresses would have the guts to, oscillate between playing a college student and exactly 1 month later I'm playing a mother in a movie. So, but that's something that will never stop me. I'd love to just continue to do different roles.
And what are you expecting out of ra.one? The biggest film of the year? In a very, very long time, actually.
I think just expecting it to be what, we all have right from the first day. Expecting it to shatter all records and go on to become Indian cinema's biggest hit.
Wow. Thank you so much, Kareena. It was a pleasure, and wish you all the luck. Thank you.